Hi and welcome everyone to another video on this channel. Today I'm gonna show you how my team did in Game Week 30, and also I'm gonna show you my team selection for Game Week 31. Now as usual, please consider subscribe to this channel if you enjoy this content and leave a like, but now let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see from the screen, this was my team in Game Week 30. I used my wildcard, and now looking back a little bit in hindsight, maybe it was not the best decision, but obviously a lot of unexpected things happened. Now, if you're talking about what was my team before, I don't know if that team outscored my wildcard team, but honestly, I had some good picks there. I had Konsa, Milenkovic with a clean sheet. I had Elanga, I had also Mbeumo and Wisa, and Pickford even outscored someone like Raya. But yeah, it is what it is. I use my wildcard. At least right now we know that the fixtures for Gaming 33 and Gaming 34 are announced, and pretty much the wildcard 31 is gonna be really similar to the wildcard 30. Now there are some things you can't really control. So Gabriel got injured. I should have flagged him here on my graphics. Gabriel is not gonna play anymore this season. He's gonna have a surgery, so yeah, really unlucky, but you can't really control everything. Now Isaac also got a little injury. We need to see if he's gonna be fit for the next game week. He was also my planned triple captain for game week 32. But yeah, if we're looking at how my team did, Arsenal, I had double Arsenal defense with Ryan Gabriel. They conceded in the last minute, maybe a little bit unlucky. Um, the City boys were great. Guardiol with a clean sheet, Savinho. Yeah, I'm really happy with that pick. That worked out a little bit. He got 3 bonus points, so yeah, really happy with Savinho. Marmoush also could have got a lot more um, goals in that gaming, but yeah, obviously the front line pretty much was picked by everyone on the wild card. And the surprising things are the Crystal Palace boys. Munoz, Sar, and Mateta for a combined 5 points. I don't think that anybody could have predicted that against Southampton, but yeah, it is what it is. They are going to have 2 double gamings, so I'm really happy to have those in my team. Mohamed Salah was my captain. He blanked. Really, congratulations for everyone who picked Marmoush for the captaincy. I think that you deserve that, and maybe you deserve even more goals for Marmoush. But yeah, Isaac, as usual, 8 points. Really happy with him. And as you can see on my bench, a lot of points. So that would have been a great bench boost with Martinez, Murphy, Konate, all of them keeping some clean sheets and some attacking returns. At the moment, I have 46 points. I'm on a little red arrow to 7k. That's not great, obviously, when you're wildcarding, but you need to consider that to try to just not judge a wildcard for the first game week, because the wildcard is gonna work for more game weeks. And still I have Palmer, who's gonna play tonight against Brentford away. So if he's gonna get something, I think that I'm gonna be on a small green arrow. So really happy with that. My rank is okay. Let's see how my team is looking for Gaming 31. So this is my starting lineup and team for Gaming 31. As you can see, now my plan was always to try to not make any transfers till Gaming 31. My cheap strategy is to triple captain Isak in gaming 32 for his double gaming. Now hopefully he's gonna be available for that, because if not, I'm gonna need to use my triple captain in other gamings, maybe in gaming 36 or 35 when we're gonna have another double gaming. But yeah, and also my plan is to bench boost in gaming 33. So that's why I wanted to try to save my transfers. Now Gabriel is gonna be out for the rest of the season, so he's gonna be needed to be sold, but I just don't want to do that now. I don't see the reason. The Obviously I wildcarded in gaming 30, so my team looks okay. I In defense, I'm gonna play Raya against Everton away, and on my bench is gonna be Martinez against Nottingham Forest at home. Now that's not really a bad fixture, but I'm just gonna play Raya at the moment. Livramento, really happy with him against Leicester. Yeah, that's a great fixture. Guardiol is gonna play against United. United just can't get any chances. They are not great attacking wise at the moment, so I think that's a good option. Hopefully Kusanov is gonna be back in the starting lineup, and Guardiol could play a more attacking role. Now with Munoz, he blanked against Southampton away, so Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I don't think that the fixtures for Crystal Palace are amazing. They are not gonna keep so many clean sheets in the next game mix, but still they are gonna have a lot of double game mix. And Munoz is a really attacking defender. And Crystal Palace also is a team they tend to play better against better sides. So yeah, we're really happy with that. I don't think that I'm gonna make a transfer this game mix, so I don't want to do that. Now, the straight swap would be Gabriel to someone like Saliba for gimmick 33. At the moment, I have zero money in the bank, so I can't even do that at the moment because Gabriel is 6.2 if I want to sell him. If we look at the midfield, I have Palmer. Now I need to see what Palmer is gonna do against Spurs away, but probably I'm just gonna keep Palmer for the next two games because I think that they are great against Brentford and Ipswich. Surely a little bit better than Saka's games, and also I think that Sakai is not gonna play 90 minutes every game week, but yeah, always the plan was to buy Bukayo Sakai instead of Palmer for game week 33, and that's what probably I'm gonna do if nothing's gonna change. Now Murphy is gonna be on my starting 11, I think, against Leicester. He was subbed off, sorry, alongside Isak in the last game, but yeah, hopefully he's gonna retain his place. I think that he got an assist, so yeah, the fixture is great against Leicester. Um, on my bench, I have some other options. If I want to, I could play someone like Savinho, but I just think that I want to attack the better fixture. Also, Savinho's ownership is not gonna be that high, so he's not gonna punish me if I'm not gonna play him. Konate is also on my bench, and Gabriel, who's gonna be out. Now, with Konate, you could make a case maybe that you could play him instead of Guardiol or maybe someone like Munoz, but I just don't want to do that. I think that all my defenders are more attacking than Konate. They have maybe all of them have better fixtures. Fulham away is not a great fixture. Liverpool are not defending how they did at the beginning of the season. So they give you so many chances. Everton should have scored. I think yesterday they have some big chances. Also, Beto 1-1 with Kelleher. So yeah, I just don't know if Liverpool are gonna keep a clean sheet. And at the moment, that's gonna be my backline. I'm gonna play Sar and Mateta against Brighton at home. So yeah, another triple up for Crystal Palace. What could go wrong, right? Now, hopefully they are gonna play a little bit better, Crystal Palace. Hopefully Mateta is gonna get more minutes. Uh, but yeah, I'm really happy to have them. They're gonna have double back-to-back double gaming. So yeah, Marmoush, nothing to say about him really. He's a great option. Now the only discussion for me this gaming, I think, if any injury updates are gonna come up and force me do a transfer, is gonna be who's gonna be my captaincy option now at the moment, and maybe before the injury news we got for Alexander Isak. I really wanted to captain Isak this game week, I'm gonna be honest with you, but now I just can't guarantee it. We need to see what Eddie Howe is gonna say at the press conference, but usually he doesn't really give us so many information. Now, what he said for about Isak was pretty positive because he said that he was that was just to avoid getting any injuries, so maybe a little bit discomfort. So it doesn't really sounded like bad injury, but if there are gonna be any doubts about Isak starting or even playing 90 minutes or closer to 70, 80s, that captaincy could easily swap to Mohamed Salah again. Now, obviously, my other choice could be someone like Palmer against Brentford away, but yeah, let's see what Palmer is gonna do tonight against Spurs. Uh, I just don't know. The form for Cole Palmer is not amazing. I know that he should have scored a lot more points in the last games. He was just a little bit unlucky. And Salah form is, if we're talking about form, Salah is really not in form at the moment. But the same, if I'm gonna have any doubts, I'm just gonna go with Salah. I know that Fulham are usually a decent defense, but Saka just came in. He scored a goal. Arsenal scored two goals against them, so they are not an impenetrable defense. let me say it like that. So yeah, and also Salah played this season, I think, better in the away games. Now, yeah, he's not in a great form, but I just don't think that Salah is not gonna score anymore this season. So I still think that he's a strong captaincy option if you really want to go safe or something like that. But if I was to pick, if you could guarantee me that Isak is gonna play 90 minutes and Salah the same, I would go. I would love to attack the fixture and just go captaining Isak. Leicester are just not doing it at the moment. They are really bad. City should have scored a lot more goals, and yeah, Newcastle are going for that top four. So yeah, I think that Isak would be my first captaincy option this game week. Now, let's see how my team is gonna look in the next game weeks. Okay, so this is how my team is lining up for game week 31, and I just wanted to show you how my team and my plan is going to be for the next game weeks. As you can see here, this is gonna be my starting 11 probably, and my bench. Yeah, 64 points predicted. Now, if we go to game week 32 and we optimize here, um, this is how my team probably is gonna look like. So 3 players from Newcastle, 3 from Crystal Palace, Raya probably in goal, although Martinez has a fixture against Southampton, so maybe I'm just gonna play Martinez there. Savinho also against Crystal Palace at home. I need to make a decision, but probably I'm just gonna play that midfield of Palmer, Salah, Murphy, and Sar. Now the plan is, as I said before, to try to not make any transfers. Gabriel is just gonna stay on my bench until game week 33, and I'm gonna have 3 free transfers for game week 33. Here I'm just gonna sell Palmer to Bukayo Saka. Then let's make transfers and optimize. As you can see here, I'm gonna have 3 Palace, 3 Manchester City, 3 players from Arsenal, and no, probably, sorry, I'm gonna sell also Gabriel to someone like Saliba. That would be the plan here. And if we make the transfers, and also I'm gonna have Martinez on the bench with a double gimmick from Aston Villa. Now the plan would be to have 3 players from Aston Villa, obviously. Now with the injuries of Gabriel, I'm gonna be forced maybe to take a -4 in this double gaming, but I think that it could be worth it. Now the easy swap would be to sell Alexander Isak to someone like Watkins, but honestly, I'm not so sure about this move anymore. I mean, he was benched, Watkins, last night, and I just don't know. Rashford played as a forward instead of him, so I'm just not really sure about buying Watkins at the moment. And then what I could do is buy someone like Rogers instead of Murphy. And if you make the transfers, this is how my team would look like. So 11 double gaming players besides Mohamed Salah, who probably would be in my starting 11 even though he has a single fixture. And on my bench boost would be Martinez with a double gaming, Rogers with a double gaming, and Konate against Leicester. I think that's a great fixture. Hopefully Konate is gonna stay fit till that. And Livramento against Aston Villa away. Now, about Livramento, I'm not really happy, to be honest with you, but you just can't have a perfect bench boost, to be honest. And what I could do is to buy another defender from Aston Villa maybe instead of Livramento and just play Murphy against Aston Villa, or maybe not go for Watkins instead of Isak. And so yeah, Isak would be on my bench boost, and sell Murphy and Livramento to players from Aston Villa. So yeah, I need to see what's gonna happen. Hopefully, we're not gonna get any more injuries. But yeah, as we know, a lot of things can happen, and maybe I'm gonna be forced to take a -4. But at the moment, this is my plan for the next game mix, and obviously, I'm gonna use my free hit in game week 34. Now, if you're still watching, thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot. As always, if you enjoy this type of content and if you want to see more on this content, I really appreciate it. Please consider leaving a like or hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna see you next time, probably on my deadline stream on Saturday. Bye.